Hey everybody, welcome back here to A Place to Heal. Never been here before. My name is Marie, and these are 10, well, I try to stay under 10 minutes and give you as much health information as I possibly can. So today I want to talk to you guys about tongue pulling. I know it sounds really weird, and when I first heard it, I thought, what the hell? But if you have children that suffer from OCD, ADHD, are hyperactive, or you have issues with stress or anything like that, please hear me out on this. It really works really well. I have yet to find anything that works as quickly, as efficiently, cheaply. It's so easy to do. Okay, so one thing is that now, as we never used to sit this much. We used to do all this walking. I don't even have makeup on today because I want to show you this. So now what we do is we sit at computers, or we sit at our phones, or children will sit in schools and they constantly sit. So what ends up happening is we're constantly looking down. So we start getting this forward posture, which is very, very stressful. Not only that, but as we're using our computers, as we're using our phones, our shoulders start to rotate in. So we start doing this and this. So all of a sudden, energy is not allowed to flow in the body. It's not able to flow the way it should. It has to go up, it has to go down, it has to go through all the meridians. So what we end up doing is we end up locking this energy, and it tends to lock up in our shoulders, in our neck. It'll lock up in your lower back. It will even get stagnant in your wrists. If you have problems at the end of the day with your wrists, it's just that energy is not being able to flow. Okay, so the way we're going to take care of this is through our tongue. Because believe it or not, your tongue is the one that holds the key to unlock all the fascia in all those areas. Even your pelvic floor, believe it or not, it will go down that far. So it's a pretty simple process. You can even do this on children. What I do is when my grandchildren come home from school, I sit there and I say, look, give me 2 minutes, and I do it to them. They think I'm nuts, but they're so unaware of the absolute wonderful benefits that they're getting from this. Okay, so this is what we're going to do. First thing you're going to do is you're going to open your mouth just slightly, not, just slightly. And you're going to put your tongue up against your front teeth. And if you're doing it right, something like this should happen. Okay, because you're pushing up against the front teeth. So there should be some contraction here in the neck. Believe it or not, most people in Hollywood actually do that to take pictures so their neck looks nicer. So that's what you want to do. So if you're doing it wrong, you're not going to see anything. But if you actually push up against the back of your teeth, there should be a contraction in the neck. So you're going to do that. And when you do that, you're going to try to hold that minimum a minute. You're going to try to hold it as long as possible, because what that's doing is it's completely contracting all the muscles of the neck and helping to stretch the fascia. So we're going to do that. And it doesn't matter if your head is forward or back, you're stretching the fascia. So once you are done with that, this is the weird part. I like to take a towel. Some people do paper towels. I'm like, no. So I do like a little valley for my tongue. And then what you're going to do is you're going to grab your tongue and you're going to pull it out. Don't yank on it. And yes, it can hurt. If your fascia is very tight, that ligament underneath your tongue can be very painful. And even in the back, it will be very painful. So you're going to grab it. And what you want to do is you want to make sure you have equal pressure. Don't grab your tongue in the middle. You're wanting to grab on both sides of your tongue, and you're wanting to add equal pressure. Okay, and you're going to take your tongue, you're going to squeeze it, you're going to pull it out, not too far, just as far as is comfortable, but there's a little bit of pain, and you're going to hold it there. Okay, and you're going to try to hold it there for 4 or 5 seconds. And then what you're going to do, I'm not actually doing it because I need to talk. Okay, so you're going to hold it. And then what you're going to do is you're going to move your tongue to the left side of your mouth. And at the same time, you're going to look to the left side. Okay, this sends signals to your brain. Okay, so we're over to the left. And then you're going to hold that a few seconds. And then you're going to go to the right with your eyes. Also, try to keep your head still and your eyes over there. We're sending signals down to the digestive system, okay, to relax, because we're trying to take care of fight or flight, okay, rest and digest. So we're digesting to the right. And then we're going to go back to center. You're going to hold it and you're going to try to swallow, okay, and then you just release. That's it. So then just relax for 1 minute, 2 minutes. And once you're all done, we're going to do this again. We're going to do it a second time. Okay? And this is what it's going to look like. Forward. Left. Right. Forward. Swallow. That's it. That's how long it should take. I know that looked ridiculous, but trust me, it really works. If you have a busy day ahead, it only takes 2 seconds. After you brush your teeth, it only takes 2 seconds to do that. I mean, it's under a minute to do that. At the end of your day, you can do that. If you sit at a table and you sit at a computer, and like I do for, a very long time, and you're having to work on your computer, this is one of the absolute best things you can do. And instantly you're going to notice, whoa, my neck. If you have back pain, if you have lower back pain, if you have issues with your pelvic floor, these are wonderful. This is a great way to release that energy and starting to get going. So if you have kids that like act out for no reason, and listen, these children were not meant, us as human beings, we're not meant to sit at a desk. We keep telling these kids, sit still, don't move. But no, you're stagnating, making that energy more stagnant. So the more stagnant that it gets, you start having these feelings of, I don't know why, excuse me, I don't know why I feel like, man, I just feel like a caged animal, or, why am I feeling like this? Or this is all emotions that we're not being able to flow, not being able to process. The soul needs to move. The heart needs energy to flow. We are all energy. And every time you stop that energy becomes stagnant. Even your wrists will instantly feel better, because obviously this is the body talking to you and telling you something. All right, there you go. If you have not joined my newsletter, please do so. These videos are on my newsletter. Some of these videos do not go up on YouTube. They only go into the newsletter because I speak about things that I can't speak about on here. So they are in the newsletter. You have documentation where you can keep like a little library of all this information. It doesn't go away. You don't have to watch the whole 10-minute video. And be sure to watch us every single Friday. Join us for the discussion on all this stuff, on health. Ask questions. We are live every single Friday, 7 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, right here on YouTube. See you here, see you there, see you in the newsletter. Just join me, because as long as you stay happy, I'm going to do my damnedest to keep you healthy. Have a great holiday.